Good morning, everyone. Leadership is evolving. It's no longer defined by the loudest voice in the room, the sharpest title, or the most polished persona. Today, we're stepping into a new paradigm of leadership that values vulnerability as much as vision and strength as much as sensitivity. When you lead with vulnerability and strength, you don't just manage people, you inspire them. And inspiration is the spark that lights the way to extraordinary outcomes. 1. Leadership is often imagined as the embodiment of confidence, decisiveness, and authority. For years, the prevailing belief has been that to lead effectively, one must always have the answers, always appear unshakable, and always exude an aura of control. But this traditional view of leadership misses a crucial truth. Leadership at its core is not about being invulnerable, it's about fostering connection, trust, and growth. And this can only happen when leaders embrace vulnerability as a strength rather than a liability. Vulnerability in leadership means showing up authentically, even in situations of uncertainty or imperfection. It involves being honest about challenges, acknowledging mistakes, and admitting when one doesn't have all the answers. This is not an act of weakness, but one of profound courage. It takes a bold leader to stand in front of their team and say, "I don't know how this will work, but I believe in our ability to figure it out together." In that moment, vulnerability becomes a bridge, a way to connect with others on a human level, to foster trust, and to create an atmosphere of psychological safety. Psychological safety is the foundation of high-performing teams. When people feel safe to express their ideas, ask questions, or admit mistakes without fear of judgment or retribution, creativity and innovation thrive. Vulnerable leadership creates this safety. By modeling openness and authenticity, leaders signal to their teams that it's okay to take risks and be imperfect. This unlocks the potential of every individual, as they no longer feel the need to hide behind a facade of competence or suppress their unique perspectives. It's important to distinguish vulnerability from oversharing or being unguarded. Effective vulnerability is intentional and purpose-driven. It's not about dumping personal problems onto a team, but about showing humanity in a way that strengthens the group dynamic. For instance, a leader might share a past failure to demonstrate resilience and encourage others to persevere through challenges. Or they might openly grapple with a tough decision to illustrate the complexity of leadership and invite collaboration. This kind of vulnerability reinforces credibility because it shows that the leader is self-aware and invested in the collective success of the team. However, embracing vulnerability doesn't come naturally to many leaders. Cultural norms often equate vulnerability with weakness, particularly in professional settings. Leaders may fear losing respect or authority if they reveal uncertainty or admit fault. But in reality, vulnerability, when paired with competence and accountability, deepens respect. It shows that a leader values authenticity over appearances and collaboration over ego. Redefining leadership to include vulnerability also transforms relationships. When leaders are transparent about their challenges or emotions, it invites empathy from their team members. This mutual understanding strengthens bonds, reduces conflict, and creates a culture of inclusivity. People feel seen, heard, and valued, which translates to higher engagement and loyalty. Leading with vulnerability is not about abandoning strength, but reimagining it. It's about recognizing that strength lies not in pretending to be invincible, but in having the courage to be real. By embracing vulnerability, leaders can create environments where trust flourishes, innovation accelerates, and individuals are empowered to contribute their best selves. This shift in mindset is what elevates leadership to the next level. Leadership is a delicate balance, a dynamic interplay between strength and humanity. At its essence, it is about navigating the complexities of human connection while steering toward a shared goal. Strength in leadership is often associated with the ability to make tough decisions, set clear expectations, and maintain composure under pressure. These qualities are undoubtedly essential, but when strength operates in isolation, it can create barriers rather than bridges. True leadership lies in pairing this strength with humanity, the capacity to empathize, connect, and lead with heart. Strength in leadership involves taking responsibility, upholding integrity, and demonstrating resilience. Leaders must provide direction, offer solutions, and stand firm when faced with challenges. However, a leader's strength is not only about decisiveness and authority, it also lies in the ability to listen, adapt, and learn. Leaders who focus solely on projecting power or control often lose sight of the human element of leadership, the individuals they are guiding. This is where humanity becomes indispensable. Humanity brings empathy into the equation, reminding leaders that their teams are made up of people with diverse experiences, emotions, and needs. The fusion of strength and humanity creates a leadership style that is both inspiring and empowering. Strength without humanity can feel cold, distant, or even intimidating. Conversely, humanity without strength can appear overly accommodating or indecisive. It is the integration of these two qualities that allows leaders to inspire trust and loyalty. A leader who can set firm boundaries while also showing compassion communicates that they value both results and relationships. This balance fosters a sense of safety and respect, which is critical for cultivating a cohesive and motivated team. Leading with strength and humanity also enables leaders to navigate complex situations with nuance. For example, consider a scenario where a leader must address underperformance. A strength-only approach might involve issuing a reprimand or imposing consequences without exploring underlying causes. While this might achieve short-term compliance, it can damage morale and trust. A leader who balances strength with humanity, however, might address the issue by expressing understanding, seeking to identify barriers to performance, and collaboratively developing a plan for improvement. This approach not only resolves the immediate issue, but also builds a stronger, more resilient team dynamic. Additionally, pairing strength with humanity helps leaders adapt to the diverse needs of their teams. People are motivated by different factors and respond differently to challenges. A leader who can assess these differences and adjust their approach accordingly demonstrates both emotional intelligence and strategic acumen. This might involve recognizing when a team member needs encouragement rather than critique, or when they require autonomy instead of direction. Such flexibility strengthens the leader's connection with their team while reinforcing a culture of trust and mutual respect. Leadership that combines strength and humanity reflects a commitment to both outcomes and people. It acknowledges that success is not solely defined by results, but also by the process of achieving them. When leaders can hold others accountable while also offering understanding and care, they create an environment where individuals and organizations can thrive. This balance is the hallmark of leadership at its highest level, one that leaves a lasting impact on both the people being led and the goals being pursued. Cultivating a culture of psychological safety is one of the most transformative roles a leader can play. Psychological safety is the shared belief within a team that individuals can speak up, express ideas, and take risks without fear of embarrassment, rejection, or punishment. It is the foundation of creativity, collaboration, and innovation, enabling teams to perform at their highest potential. A leader's ability to foster this kind of environment is not just a desirable trait, it is an essential one for sustainable success in today's complex and fast-changing world. At its core, psychological safety begins with trust. Leaders who prioritize this cultivate an atmosphere where every team member feels valued, respected, and empowered to contribute. This trust is built through intentional actions and consistent behaviors. For instance, leaders must demonstrate active listening, acknowledging and validating the input of others, even when it differs from their own perspective. When people feel heard, they are more likely to share openly, fostering a richer and more dynamic exchange of ideas. Another critical aspect of creating psychological safety is normalizing failure as part of the learning process. In environments where mistakes are met with harsh criticism or blame, individuals become hesitant to take risks or explore new ideas. This stifles innovation and reinforces a culture of fear. Conversely, when leaders frame failures as opportunities for growth and encourage reflection rather than punishment, they inspire teams to experiment and push boundaries. A leader might say, "What can we learn from this experience, and how can we improve moving forward?" This approach shifts the focus from what went wrong to how the team can grow stronger. Equally important is modeling vulnerability. When leaders are willing to admit their own uncertainties, acknowledge their mistakes, or ask for help, they signal that it is safe for others to do the same. This act of humility not only humanizes the leader, but also sets a powerful precedent. It demonstrates that vulnerability is not a weakness, but a strength that fosters connection and authenticity. A leader who says, "I don't have all the answers, but I trust this team to figure it out together," creates a sense of shared responsibility and collective empowerment. Leaders must also address issues of inequity or exclusion within the team. Psychological safety cannot exist where some voices are valued more than others. It requires vigilance in ensuring that everyone has equal opportunities to contribute and that diversity is celebrated rather than sidelined. Leaders can achieve this by inviting input from quieter team members, actively seeking diverse perspectives, and addressing any behaviors that undermine inclusivity. When individuals see that their unique perspectives are both welcomed and respected, they are more likely to engage fully. Lastly, leaders who cultivate psychological safety must be consistent. Trust is built over time through repeated actions that align with stated values. If a leader claims to support open dialogue but responds defensively to feedback, the credibility of their words is undermined. Genuine psychological safety is maintained through a combination of clarity, empathy, and follow-through. By fostering psychological safety, leaders create a workplace where individuals feel free to be themselves, challenge assumptions, and pursue innovation without fear. This not only drives individual and team performance, but also lays the groundwork for a culture of resilience and adaptability. In such environments, teams can rise to meet even the most daunting challenges, secure in the knowledge that their voices matter and their contributions make a difference.